Have you ever wondered how a baby starts to experience the world before they're even born? In this video, we'll look at the amazing journey of how senses like touch, taste, smell, hearing, and sight grow inside the womb. Each of these senses helps the baby connect with their surroundings, getting them ready for life outside. Let's get started and explore the wonders of how these senses develop, shaping a baby's early bond with the world around them. If you're curious about more such wonders of pregnancy, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more incredible content. Let's get started. The sense of touch. How does a baby start to feel in the womb? This video discusses how a baby develops senses like hearing, tasting, and feeling in the womb. Touch is the first sense a baby develops. Around 8 weeks, a baby's skin begins to sense the amniotic fluid surrounding them. This fluid acts like a soft cushion, giving the baby gentle sensations as they float in the womb. When does a baby respond to touch? By around 12 weeks, babies begin to react to touch, especially around their mouths. For example, if something touches their face, they might shift slightly in response. This early sensitivity to touch shows how they're starting to interact with their environment. How does touch help a baby connect to their surroundings? By the 3rd trimester, babies can feel more details and even grasp their body parts, like holding their feet or the umbilical cord. This early sense of touch helps them prepare for the outside world, where touch will be essential for learning and bonding. Taste and smell development. How does a baby start tasting in the womb? This video discusses how a baby develops senses like hearing, tasting, and feeling in the womb. Around 13 weeks, a baby's taste buds start forming, allowing them to begin detecting flavors. The amniotic fluid surrounding them takes on flavors from the mother's diet, so if she eats something sweet, sour, or even a bit spicy, the baby gets a tiny taste of it. This early exposure helps babies recognize different flavors before they're even born. When does a baby start to develop their sense of smell? At the same time as taste, a baby's smell receptors start forming. While scent particles don't travel to the womb, these smell receptors still prepare the baby for their first scent after birth. Although they won't fully smell things until they're born, these early developments help lay the foundation for their sense of smell, which will play a big role in bonding and exploring the world around them once they arrive. Hearing ability. When does a baby begin to hear sounds in the womb? This video discusses how a baby develops senses like hearing, tasting, and feeling in the womb. By about 18 weeks, a baby's hearing starts to develop, allowing them to detect sounds, although these sounds are muffled. The sounds they hear come from the outside world, but are softened by the mother's body and the amniotic fluid around them. How does a baby recognize familiar sounds? By 24 weeks, their hearing improves, and they start picking up familiar sounds, like their mother's heartbeat and voice. This helps them feel connected to her, even before birth, as they begin to recognize and feel comforted by her voice. How does hearing prepare a baby for birth? As they grow, their ability to hear becomes more detailed, allowing them to differentiate between various sounds. By the time they're born, they can recognize the voices and sounds they've heard in the womb, which helps them adjust to the world outside with some familiar comforts. Sense of movement. Did you know that babies can feel movement in the womb? This video discusses how a baby develops senses like hearing, tasting, and feeling in the womb. Around 15 weeks, a baby begins to sense their mother's movements, like when she walks, sits, or changes position. This gentle rocking helps them feel safe and comfortable as they adjust to different sensations. How does movement help a baby grow? Feeling these movements is not only comforting but also helps the baby develop balance and spatial awareness. It's a way for them to start understanding where they are in the womb. How does this prepare them for life outside? As they grow, babies start to move on their own, stretching and even kicking, which strengthens their tiny muscles. These movements are an important part of getting ready for the active life they'll have after birth. Pain response. When does a baby start to feel pain in the womb? This video discusses how a baby develops senses like hearing, tasting, and feeling in the womb. Around the 20th week, a baby's nerve cells and pain receptors begin to mature, allowing them to respond to discomfort. This early reaction is a part of the body's natural way to protect itself. How does a baby's pain response work? While babies can feel discomfort, their experience of pain is not the same as ours because their nervous system is still developing. These early responses help them react to things that may not feel right, which is a basic survival mechanism. Why is this response important? This early development prepares their body to handle and react to different sensations, getting them ready for life outside the womb, where they'll need to respond to their surroundings in more complex ways. Emotional sensitivity. Can a baby sense emotions in the womb? This video discusses how a baby develops senses like hearing, tasting, and feeling in the womb. By the third trimester, babies become sensitive to their mother's emotions. Hormones, such as cortisol, can pass through the placenta, which means if a mother is stressed, her baby can feel it too. Similarly, when a mother feels calm and happy, those feelings can also reach the baby. How does this emotional sensitivity affect the baby? This sensitivity helps the baby adapt to their mother's emotional environment. It gives them an early understanding of feelings, even though they are not born yet. This bond is created naturally as the baby senses the mother's mood and emotions. Why is this bond important? Feeling their mother's emotions helps babies prepare for the world outside. It's their first step in bonding with her, which builds a sense of security and comfort, helping them adjust smoothly after birth. Temperature. Awareness. Can a baby feel temperature changes in the womb? This video discusses how a baby develops senses like hearing, tasting, and feeling in the womb. By the later stages of pregnancy, babies start to detect temperature changes. If the mother's body temperature shifts slightly, like when she feels warmer after exercise or cooler in a relaxed state, the baby can sense these subtle changes too. How does this help a baby prepare for life outside the womb? Feeling these temperature changes allows the baby to adjust to different environments. This practice makes it easier for them to handle temperature changes after birth, as they'll be able to adapt to warm blankets or cool air. Why is this early adaptation important? Learning to respond to temperature is part of the baby's preparation for the world outside, where they'll encounter all kinds of new sensations. This early awareness gives them a head start, helping them feel comfortable and secure in their new environment after birth. Isn't it amazing how a baby's senses develop in the womb, getting them ready for the world outside? Each sense, touch, taste, smell, hearing, sight, and even awareness of movement and temperature, helps them connect with their environment before they're even born. These early experiences prepare them for a smooth transition into life beyond the womb. If you found this information interesting, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We have more insights on prenatal development and other topics that explore the wonders of early life. Thanks for watching.